Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Me work out.
well, because personal training,
You get better.
like Master Sergeant Diller said, I can't be a personal trainer because the people that come see me are not here to train. They're here to tell me about their fucking problems.
Yeah.
And I don't want to listen to their problems. And I said, well, that's like us. I want you to come here and train me. But I don't like the working out part. I like to collect the gym equipment, and I want to look better. So you come here, you work out, I'll look better, and we'll all be good.
And then you have to buy all the cool equipment. I mean.
Well, I have no problem buying the equipment.
Hey,
I like to have, I want a gym, I just don't want to have to use the gym.
Yep.
He wants the cool shit.
Well, I like that idea. But I don't know how much shape you would get in if I came and worked out on your equipment. Plus, that's hard. I like training better than working out. Which is why you came up with your idea.
Well, I don't want to work out.
Well, I don't either.
I'll just invent some fucking vitamins I can eat.
Maybe one that we go turn you into Incredible Hulk, right? Don't do anything.
I don't have to like
No.
get a bunch of new clothes.
Whatever that Captain America stuff was.
I go with that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
ideal.
about.
I go with that.
I didn't mean Incredible Hulk. Captain America.
All right, guys, we got Justin's here. He's actually been here. This is the third time down. What, been like a week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, about a week and a half.
Third time in the last 10 days. We've just been super busy on some projects and stuff and have not got these question and answers read. So we're going to shoot the question and answer video right now. I will read these. Have you gone through all these?
I think so. I couldn't tell if that was the same thing printed.
Some of them are duplicates. There are some duplicates. We'll try to, and I'm probably going to read them. You just tell me, oh, we already did that one.
Okay.
We're actually not going to answer this guy's question. We're just going to read it. Reed Spencer. Recommended for a 17-year-old trying to gain weight, muscle mass. I weigh 125 and am 6 feet. I have a very high metabolism. His mom owns a, I want to say life extension clinic. That's not what it is. It's
One in Jericho or
Memphis.
Memphis.
It's a weight loss clinic.
Weight loss.
Dad is, or stepdad is an actual physician.
Okay.
Can prescribe. And then mom does a lot of fat loss type stuff. Reed wants to come and be one of the boys desperately. Mom won't let it happen. He's 17. I understand it. He was supposed to come work here for a week during one of his spring breaks or something. I didn't even know he wasn't. He showed up with mom and left with mom. I thought my understanding was she was dropping him off, but they came down here, hung out for the day. Nice, real nice people. Go ahead and answer his question because our thing is, you better ask your mom. You better ask your mom.
Yeah. He's 17, 6 foot, 120.
Plays football.
Oh, he plays sports? Okay. The first thing you got to do is get your nutrition on track. And most people that do not gain weight always say, I've got a fast metabolism. Well, that's typically because they're eating bad stuff. If you're eating, I don't know, some kind of cereal or whatever for breakfast or with Pop-Tarts and maybe a weight gainer shake or fast food for lunch, 3,000 calories a meal, but it's not quality, you're not going to gain good quality muscle or good quality weight. It's just not healthy. You know, back in the 90s, they used to bulk up and then cut down, and as the 2000s came around, we got a little more educated and thought, hey, that's not a good idea.
Weider, muscle mass 2,000.
Yeah. It was, how many calories was that?
It was 2,000 calories. It was a tub. It was like a 2-pound tub that, like, wall spackling would come in.
Probably made like 5 shakes.
To get the 2,000 calories, it was 1 shake. And you had to use a gallon of the defortified whole milk, and it made the consistency of brownie batter. And it literally, you got 1 2,000 calorie shake out of it. And to mix it, like, I had it in a blender, and it actually was 2 blenders worth to get the 2,000 calories.
Oh,
and at that, you had to mix it almost fucking 50-50 batter with water so that you could swallow it. And by the time you got a quarter of the cup, a quarter of it down, you were sick and you had consumed like 400 calories.
He was ready to puke.
Yeah.
In the 90s, I consumed about everything there was weight gainer wise, but none of it worked. Now this kid, of course, I kind of derailed there, but high metabolism, don't waste your stomach volume on poor food choices. Okay, so he needs to eat protein, fats, carbs, and vegetables with every meal. that's the best thing he can do. I don't know how much he can eat or his body fat. You know, there's a million factors for me to kind of give recommendations, but I would say at least 30 grams of protein per meal, maybe at most 40.
Yep. We're busy. We're filming.
So again, minimum 30 grams of protein a meal, maybe 40 maximum from meat or eggs. Maybe get his fat intake around 20 to 25 grams a meal. Carb intake equal to the protein or a little greater than, and then get your vegetables in. I would not eat any sugar. I would not eat any processed foods, any fast foods, and know you'll probably consume 3,000 calories, maybe if you're lucky, because that's very hard to do the right way. And you'll grow and you'll gain weight on more than 8,000. You won't just poop it out. Just because you eat 1,000 calories don't mean you even see 1,000. I mean, why do you think corn's in the toilet when you poop?
His mom has some line of protein supplements.
And that's fine. I mean, if it's for weight loss in its weight loss clinic,
right,
just make sure there's nothing in the protein that would do weight loss. If it's just protein powder, I mean, okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
When she was here, she was talking about she had bought a machine. It was like 2,500, 3 grand, sits on the counter and makes alkaline water.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of those?
The one that, yeah, that's a pretty good price, because the one I'm looking at is close to $10,000, and it's a really high end.
What should we be drinking for? What should we use for water?
I refer to it as structured water, but I really prefer structured water or alkaline water. More alkaline than
So positive pH?
off the tap. Yes. This is one of the ones I buy in a bottle, but it says it's 9.5, but I'm going to tell you, I don't know how long it stays alkaline once it's alkaline. Okay? Some of the products that she's talking about, one will use electricity, one will purify it and put minerals back in it or chemicals back in it. I mean, there's a bunch of ways to make alkaline water. Each person needs to find out what way they're comfortable with. I don't know how comfortable I am with drinking certain waters. This was convenient driving down the road.
Well, we know that they shock our water here at the water plant. We know when we turn the water on, you can physically smell chlorine. Some mornings when I run a shower, let it heat up, it reeks of fucking like an indoor swimming pool. So obviously we have a lot of chlorine in our water because they're shocking it. So we started using bottled water, plus the convenience of the bottled water. So we were going to Walmart and buying up like literally every case they have of, you know, their lower cost water. Well, when I was looking at it, a year later, we're looking at it, it says bottled by, you know, Florida Municipal Water District or whatever. So literally we're getting tap water from Florida. Probably better than the water we're drinking out of the faucet here. But that leaves the question, like, what the fuck's in that water? And like fluoride. In California, any municipality with over 10,000 people legally has to put fluoride in the water. So you had a bunch of people going, well, I'll just drink, I don't want fluoride in my water, I'll drink bottled water. Well, the bottled water in a lot of fucking states is coming out of the tap and has fluoride in it. I assure you that has no fluoride.
I was looking for how the water came from, because the reverse osmosis and then the UV light filtration are some things I prefer. And I looked and it said purified water, but right here it tells you microfiltration using reverse osmosis and ultraviolet exposure. So that's how they're purifying it, which is what I like. And they add in the trace minerals, which may be putting it in the alkaline state.
That's another thing you hear, like with, you know, filtered water, with highly filtered water, you lose all those minerals. So
yeah, you do.
They're putting them back in.
I hope I got the guy's question answered. Basically, he needs to do his food right. You get that first.
It's Reed. He's going to ask you the same question 20 more ways. He's going to change 2 of the words around.
Also, he needs to get sleep. If he's not getting enough rest, how are you going to recover? Bodybuilders are athletes that put on the most weight. They're sleeping a lot, eating a lot, recovering very well.
The bodybuilding portion of it is like 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's like the whole sniper thing. Like,
or less.
Every time some dude's like, I want to be a sniper, Jeff's like, shooting is like 1% of it. Casey Culver Loftus, what supplement would you suggest for young athletes to help develop healthy muscles and strong bones?
with young athletes, I don't suggest anything until I know the nutrition has been calculated. If a person comes into me, and I'm referring to young as college, is that what you're thinking, or are you thinking
I don't
high
know.
school?
He goes on to say, it was great meeting you at the party. I got good news today. My son's fractured arm was healed. He is now rehabbing to build strength back. I look forward to visiting your clinic.
I can't remember how old his son was, but I think it was. I don't think he was in college. Okay, so there's a couple different scenarios. The high school group, the college group, as far as young. When you're in your 30s or 40s, you think college is young. So anything above 18, and they're wanting to build good muscle and have strong bones, I'm not going to give them any recommendations until they have a full blood panel. Now, under 18, it's a little bit different because it's pediatrics. So he can be a little more general, but also a little more basic. So building muscle, strong bones. Got to have enough protein, which is in the food. So if he's not getting that, he needs a shake. And if he's looking for just a pill to take, the P2 we have, which is the creatine HCl and ATP, I mean, I got people taking that at very young ages. That's fine. That's probably where he needs to start. But there's other places he can go. It's just hard for me to give that young athlete without knowing what young means.
Okay.
I hope I answered that question. If I didn't, ask it again next time with a little more specifics.
Cody Stonehawker. I'd like Justin to answer, what should someone do if they either have lost ambition due to not seeing results, or what to do after plateauing and things not changing for a while?
My favorite thing, analyze. Calculate and analyze. So if you lose ambition because you're not seeing results, or you've plateaued, figure out the pathology. Understand the why. There's a reason. There's plateauing or a steady state, the homeostasis, is going to happen in life. Okay? But if you've been there for 2 years and you're not moving, I really doubt you fully maxed out your human potential. So that's the first thing I would do. I would analyze every single minute of my day. I would start with writing it down on a piece of paper. I carry my iPad, which is right there with the iPencil, and I literally note all day, every day, whatever I need to do or whatever I can't do, or if something is, I'm trying to figure it out. So that's the first thing you need to do is analyze every minute of every day with workouts and every calorie or everything that goes in his mouth. Not joking aside, you know, I know there's everybody can laugh and say, but every calorie, every fluid. First, sleep, workouts, intake.
Like, I don't know, Cody, but most dudes saying that. The more you go to the gym, the easier it is to go to the gym. The first time you miss the gym, the easier it is to have a second or third time you miss the gym, and before you know it, you're not in the gym for a year.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at right now. When I don't want to go to the gym and I get to the gym, it's always easier to be to the gym once you're there. If you take a pre-workout 20 minutes before going to the gym, you've taken that and you're ready to go to the gym and be at the gym when you get there. And if you put on some fucking loud, motivating music, that definitely helps also. I mean, I don't know what situation Cody's in. I don't work out with Cody. I don't know Cody other than, you know, Facebook and, internet. But the majority of the dudes that say that, you know, they're just, what can I take that makes me want to go to the gym? I mean, yeah. I don't know that that's what he's asking.
I may have misheard the question thinking.
Well, I don't know I don't really know what the situation is.
Okay, so if we're talking about motivating to do something, if you're just having trouble getting going because you're kind of stuck in a routine and not a plateau or not seeing results because you've been doing the same thing, if you're just like, man, I just don't know about it today, I agree with what you said. I mean, there are some days you may need a little kick in the ass. I mean, you may need a little bit of caffeine, or
it was easier for me to go to the gym when I had fucking 3 people waiting on me to go to the gym.
Accountability.
Yeah, accountability. That's it, exactly.
And that's where the journaling and writing down everything.
Exactly.
So if you're writing that crap down and you're trying to, if you're really trying, you're not going to let yourself down.
I don't know. A lot of people will if you're journaling. That's the whole thing. Like when I started doing cardio, January 2nd, I did cardio for 3 months. Didn't miss a day, but one day. Like every day, we would get back from Nashville at 11 o'clock. I'd get on the stair stepper and do a live feed video while I was doing cardio. because it was accountability. I had fucking 300 people every night watching that, and when I didn't do it, they're like, when are you going to do cardio? When are you going to do cardio? So I'd be in here at fucking 1 in the morning doing cardio because I said I was going to do it. Whereas if I was writing that shit down, it's easy to let yourself fucking, nobody sees it.
It's also possible that he's where I was, where I didn't see any change in myself for like the last year.
Yeah.
Until I was going through my phone and found a picture of myself from about a year before, and then put it side by side with one I had just taken a week prior, and was like, holy shit, I look better now naked than I do, or than I did then in clothes. I'm like,
well, yeah.
The fuck?
Okay.
It's like
but I personally didn't see it.
Yeah. It's really hard to see change in yourself. And that's one reason I even have a job. Is because if everybody could know everything about their body and their progress and how to do it, I wouldn't even have a job. I mean, if everybody could order stuff and make their own gear just as good, which is not possible, as John, because that's his profession. That's what y'all do. Well, then they would. But that's what I mean, there's no way to figure all that out without analyzing pictures, data, accountability.
Yeah,
You've got to have somebody to turn to.
A picture of Amanda, when it popped up, a picture of her a year ago today, like last week.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, she's lost 20 pounds. You can see it, but when you see them side by side, it's a fucking huge difference. All right, Dakota Lobato. How do you even fucking pronounce it? We don't use his name. We call him Nick, the new guy. He asked, what is Justin's favorite cardio?
I literally asked that question so you can answer it exactly how you want to answer it.
It's going to be fucking, but let's pass that one. So what's the gym one?
Yeah. So, in the gym, my favorite cardio would, if it has to be steady state, because I kind of have two versions of cardio. I think cardio steady state, long duration, or cardio like
HIT.
Yeah, activity like high intensity. If I have to get on a machine and do long duration, I love the steps, the stair meal, not the. I like the rolling, the escalator, because for me, I can go at a lower pace, a lower speed, get my heart rate up higher, and get more work done. It's harder on me to do that, which is harder on most people to do the stairs than other things. And I have osgood slaughters in my knees, so my kneecap's a little sideways. You know, the hump in your knee. So the stairs, I can position my foot on each step where it does not put the shearing force on my patellar tendon. So I really like the stairs. And then my other one that I like on the cardio is what you have, the arc trainer. Cybex makes that, I believe.
Yeah, I like
it's kind of like, it can be an elliptical and it can be stairs and it can be everything in between because you adjust it. I bought mine when you bought yours from the same guy. And then if it's HIT, my favorite thing, I love the sled. It's they called it the Prowler years ago, but Rogue made one called the Dog Sled, and it's basically the side of the Prowler that has the two poles that go up on both sides, but it doesn't have the low handles. And I like that because
so it's like a road thing, or is it like a Nordic track, or
it's a sled. It looks like this table with two bars that go up here and two that go there, and it's got skis on it. And you lay the weights here on a pole, and you push the weights on like a snow sled or something.
So it's like when you're playing football, you hit that. So
yes, it's like that, but without the big thing.
Do you go outside and use it? Or?
We have turf in our gym. Okay. So I have I think it's like, we had 100 feet and then we reorganized it, maybe 75 feet of turf.
So you get to the end and then turn it around? Or?
Well, with the dog sled, I don't have to. Because it's identical on both sides. It's parallel poles on both sides. But with the Prowler sled, we have those two. One side is low, and it has handles going this way like a bench press bar. It has two of those. And on the other side, it has the parallel handles.
So every Wednesday, we'll go to Jeff's living room and do it on your
Push
carpet.
Man, you can do it right here.
On your carpet. No, you hear it downstairs. I'm not going to.
Well, yeah.
We'll use Jeff's.
But I love the sled. You can push it, you can pull it. You can put weights on it and row, take 2 steps, row. I mean, you can do anything in the world with a sled.
I like vertical swimming. You gotta use a real tall tower. You gotta lock
vertical
out.
Swimming.
Yeah, you gotta use like a sub lockout to get in at the bottom, and then you swim up. Because swimming down, it's easier because you're already in the lower atmospheres. While you're swimming up, it's like a relief. So if you swim down, it's a lot harder. You gotta clear and compensate and stuff. whereas vertical swimming is not as tough on you.
I've never been deep enough to swim up and not be able to breathe.
All right, Chase May. We know Chase. Any rehab exercises for an LCL injury?
The knee, lateral, collateral. Yes, no. I mean, if it's completely torn, you got to have surgery. I don't know if it's complete. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but I wouldn't want to walk around without a tendon attached.
He's been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and shit. I don't know.
It may be a strain. If he's walking around and not having to go to a doctor, it may be a strain. The first thing you got to do is fully strengthen the knee stabilizers, and then I would overbuild in the hamstring, glutes, calf, posterior chain, everything on the backside, because that'll kind of brace you. As far as the exercises go on the knee stabilizers, you got to start with a straight leg raise. You can't start anywhere else. So sit on the ground, straighten your leg out, lock your thigh, and do nothing but raise, hold, rest. Squeeze, raise, rest. That's step one. If you cannot do that, you might be in trouble. But you got to do activation of the quad.
Where is the LCL?
Right here. So you have, in the knee, there's a lot of things, but the basics would be your ACL, PCL, LCL, MCL, as far as the tendons go. Lateral is on the outside. It's LCL. Medial is on the inside. That's your MCL. Your anterior ACL is behind the kneecap like this, and then your PCL, posterior cruciate ligament, is on the backside. And they all cross. So when one's torn, you're losing stability from one side, or strained, or it's a little lengthened, or it could be a bunch of things, I don't know. But if you can't do the straight leg raise, you're probably in trouble. But maybe you can, because I saw you walking around a party, so you could probably do that. But I'd also do that, and then I'd progress to TKE, terminal knee extensions. You can Google it if you want to. It's just where you hook a band to a heavy apparatus so it don't move, loop it around your knee, and you're standing. And then all you do is you take your leg and the band's pulling it forward, so you straighten, bend, straighten, bend. It's a closed chain leg extension. So people will say, hey, your knees hurt. Okay, get on the leg extension. Well, that's an open chain movement. I mean, that may not be a good idea because you're not stable on your foot. Not many people can jump into that.
Okay.
I don't even do leg extensions. I do terminal knee extensions. I couldn't tell you I mean, it's been 10 years since I did a leg extension.
Russell Bozikovic, I'm sure I'm killing your name. I work second shift, and by the time I get home, I'm starving. I have heard that eating right before bed can lead to fat gain. Is there any truth to this? And if so, what are some of the things I can eat before bed that would fill me up but minimize fat gain? I do the same thing. So I get home, and I've got a plate of fucking salami and pepperoni and olives and snack food. I eat that at like 11 o'clock and then go to sleep at like midnight or 1 o'clock. So with his question I have, so if you eat fat, do you become fat from eating fats? Because like on the keto diet, you're eating fat but your body's burning the fat because you're in ketosis. Oh, that's something. Just answer his question and I'll add to it.
Okay. So
can he eat right
eating late at night before bed, will that make you fat? Only if you're eating more calories than your body burns or needs to refill muscle and liver glycogen.